Good morning. Today is Monday, November 8th, 2021, and this is your 5 minutes of Monday morning inspiration. My name is Brandon, and I'm a pastor with a passion to help people find their purpose. And over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you some principle-based wisdom that comes right out of the Bible that when you apply it to your life will help you find and fulfill God's purpose for your life. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a series on the universal laws of creation. This is an exciting subject. It's something I really enjoy, and we're going to be touching on a series of different laws that govern us as human beings on the planet. Now, a biblical worldview states that the earth and that the universe itself is not a random accident, that it is the result of intelligent design, of the loving plan and purpose of the creator of the universe, God. So the first law that we're going to look at is one of the prime laws. It's one of the core laws that govern all of the rest, and it's the law of planting and harvesting. In Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9, starting with verse 7, it says, "Make no mistake about it. God will never be mocked, for what you plant will always be the very thing you harvest. The harvest you reap reveals the seed that was planted. If you plant the corrupt seeds of self-life into this natural realm, you can expect to experience a harvest of corruption. If you plant the good seeds of spirit life, you will reap the beautiful fruits that grow from the everlasting life of the Spirit." Verse 9 goes on to say, "And don't allow yourselves to be weary or disheartened in planting good seeds, for the season of reaping the wonderful harvest you've planted is coming." So this is in keeping with the saying, you may have heard this before, that like attracts like. You could say this another way, that like produces like kind. So we know this from vegetables to fruit-bearing trees, that a seed will produce a certain type of plant, whether that's a wheat stalk, whether that's corn, whether that's an orange tree, citrus, or it's a grape from a grapevine. A seed does not randomly produce random things, no more than the world that we live in was just randomly came into existence. So specific things create specific results. A seed, again, this is a prime universal creative law, a seed will produce in keeping with its kind. So what I want you to think about today is that in our lives, there are three major ways that we are constantly sowing seed in the world all around us. This starts with the thinking of our minds, our thoughts, the words that we speak and the things we confess and say, and our actions, or ultimately our physical behavior in the world. These three things are allegorically connected to this picture of planting seeds. Our thoughts, our words, and our actions are literally being planted into the world around us. They're planted into the relationships we have, the things we think about the people we know and love, the things we say to them, and how we treat them. These same seeds are planted in the work that we do. How we carry about our affairs each day, the things we think about our work, what things we say at work, and the things we do. This has a result that over time produces something called a harvest. The Bible says the universe and natural realm in which we live is based on a series of laws that are governed and held together in a higher realm. That this is in fact a shadow of the things that are to come, the things that actually are. So when you think about planting seed, you have to consider something. There is a literal creative power in the thoughts we think, the words we speak, and the things we do. Now, it's not a direct connection that the moment you think a thought, a thing is produced, no more that the moment that you put a seed in the ground, you hold an orange in your hand. There is a process of growth and transformation. You may have heard the saying that if you don't like the fruit, you need to go check the root. But I think it actually is more deep than that. It's not just the root. The root is the result of the tree or the plant that's grown. If you don't like the fruits that your life is producing, you need to look at the seeds that you are planting. It's the seed that produces the tree, the plant, the root, the leaf, and ultimately the fruit. So if we don't like the fruit, we need to check the seed source. And again, this source comes back to our thinking, our words, and our actions. So what you plant will always be the very thing that you harvest. So my encouragement to you today is to plant wisely. If you enjoyed this 5 minutes of Monday morning inspiration, my ask is that you'd share this video with someone that you care about, a friend, a family member, or a coworker. And never forget this, God cares about the big and the small details of your life because He loves you. I hope that you have an awesome Monday.